Hi folks. Today we're going to be reading a story about a bear preparing for winter. Okay? And this story is called Bear Has a Story to Tell. The author is Philip Stead and the illustrator is Aaron Stead. And I have Hart here with me that's going to be showing you the yoga poses. You ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay. Bear has a story to tell. So you can stay right, yeah, that's perfect. It was almost winter and Bear was getting sleepy. All right, so let's take some big stretches. Like we're getting really sleepy. We can stretch to one side. Ooh, stretch to the other side. Good. But first, Bear has a story to tell. Mouse, would you like to hear a story? Asked Bear with a yawn. I'm sorry, Bear, said Mouse, but it's almost winter and I have many seeds to gather. All right, can you curl up into mouse pose or child's pose? Make yourself really, really small. If you were a mouse, Heart, what sound would you make? Good. All right, sit on up. Bear helped Mouse find seeds on the forest floor. When they'd finished, Mouse said, "See you soon," and tunneled underground to wait for spring. Bear took slow, sleepy steps through the forest. Fallen leaves crunched under his feet. "Hello, Duck," said Bear, sitting down to rest his tired legs. "Would you like to hear a story?" I'm sorry, Bear, said Duck, but it's almost winter and I'm getting ready to fly south. All right, so are you ready to be Bear, crawling slowly through the forest floor? You can come onto your hands and knees. Good, and we're gonna tuck your toes, but just lift your knees up just a little bit. There you go, in bear pose. And do you think you can walk slowly like a bear? Yeah, that's it. Can you walk backwards and come back to the mat like a bear? There you go. All right, now we're gonna find Duck flying south. So can you stand all the way up, Heart? Good, and we're gonna find a balancing pose. Good, so you can turn to the side, stretch out your arms. Good, and then lift one leg up and see if you can fly your duck as you lean forward. That's it. What sound would your duck make, Heart?
Quack, 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 quack.
Good, come all the way down. So Duck was too busy to hear this story. "I'll miss you, Duck," said Bear. He raised a paw to check the direction of the wind. "I'll miss you too," said Duck, and off he flew. The sun was heavy and hung low in the sky. Bear's eyelids were getting heavy too. He counted colors to stay awake. 3 pink clouds, 2 red leaves, 1 green. "Frog, hello," said Bear. "Would you like to hear a story?" I'm sorry, Bear, said Frog, but it's almost winter and I have to find a warm place to sleep. All right, should we try frog pose? So you can be right here facing everybody so they can see you. We're gonna squat down, bring your hands together and see if you can be really still like a frog. Yeah, good. So Heart's eyes are moving around. And we like to pretend that we have to be so still so that we don't scare the bugs away, because frogs like to eat bugs. And what sound would your frog make?
Ribbit,
Ribbit or a croak. Whatever sound you want your frog to make is perfect. Yeah, okay. So Frog is busy too. He does not have time for a story. Bear dug a frog-sized hole in between 2 evergreens. Then he tucked Frog in under a blanket of leaves and pine needles. "Thank you, Bear," said Frog. "I'll see you in the spring." Bear leaned against the old oak tree. He stretched and yawned and scratched his belly. "I wonder if Mole is awake," he thought. "Mole, are you awake there, Mole?" Mole was already asleep. "Good night, Mole," said Bear with a sigh. Can you take a great big sigh? he's kind of disappointed, huh? The first winter snowflakes began to fall. Many months passed and the sun returned. All right, so can you be a hibernating bear while we're reading about the months that are passing? Curl up nice and small. Can you try it at home and be a hibernating bear, nice and cozy in your den? Many months passed and the sun returned. It melted the snow and woke the trees. Bear rolled out onto the green grass. "It's spring," he said. "Now I can tell my story." But first, Bear thought, Bear brought Mouse an acorn. "Thank you, Bear," said Mouse. Mouse was hungry after a long winter. Do you want to turn back into a mouse heart? You could even give yourself some whiskers if you want to, and curl up into child's pose like a mouse. That's it. All right, scooch back onto the mat so everyone can see you. "Welcome home, Duck," called Bear. "You must be tired from your journey." Bear showed Duck a shady mud puddle he'd found. Bear placed Frog in the sunshine till he was warm and awake. Frog opened one eye and then the other. "Good morning," said Bear. "Do you want to be Frog, sitting in a nice sunny spot?" There you go. Bear, Mouse, Duck, and Frog waited all day for Mole to wake up. Finally, Mole poked his nose out into the moonlight. "Mole," said Bear, "would you like to hear a story?" Bear gathered his friends. He sat up straight and cleared his throat. He puffed out his chest, and with all of his friends listening, Bear could not remember his story. "It was such a good story," he said, hanging his head, "but winter is a very long time for a bear to remember." The friends sat together for a quiet minute. Then Mouse said, "Maybe your story's about a bear." And Duck said, "Maybe your story is about the busy time just before winter." "I think there should be other characters too," suggested Frog. "Like a mole," said Mole, "and a mouse, and a duck, and a frog." Bear sat up straight again. He cleared his throat, puffed out his chest, and began his story with, "It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy." All right, can you turn into a sleepy bear one more time, heart? Get nice and cozy. Good, so you can try bear pose somewhere nice and cozy too. You can give yourself like a little den of blankets or pile up some pillows or make a fort to crawl into to be a hibernating bear. And Heart and I are gonna show you bear breath now. So go ahead and sit up, Heart. We'll sit next to each other. And bears, when they hibernate to conserve or save their energy, they slow down their breath. Okay, they make it nice and slow and calm, which also slows down their heartbeat, which helps to calm down our bodies too. So do you want to cross your legs and sit up nice and tall? Good. So you could do this next to each other, or sometimes we like to do this back to back. Do you want to sit back to back with me? Okay, good. And then you can actually feel each other breathing. If you're taking deep breaths, your back might expand too. All right, so we'll put our hands in our lap. We'll sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna take slow, deep breaths to the count of 4. So we're gonna breathe in for 4 and out for 4. Good, and you guys can breathe, and you can breathe hard, and I'll count for you. So let's take a big breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it one more time. We'll count on our own. You can count in your head too. Oh, bless you. Ready? Big breath in. And out for 4. And that's it. That's hibernating bear breath. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day if you're practicing in the morning, and a good night if you're practicing at night. And we'll see you soon. Namaste.